Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Captain Dino, and today we're continuing Tales Noir Preludes. We are on Act 3. Last time, what did we do between our four characters? Clarissa buried her grandfather, Clarence, I believe his name was, and we learned that our dad is a piece of work, honestly. He's not a fantastic person. He was rude to us at the funeral and just wanted to conduct business and ignore us completely. So that was cool. Who do we see after that? Renee, we continued the conversation with our husband Lucas, and that went not fantastic. I feel that Renee is very much a ACAB person, and I'm pretty sure Lucas works for the Force to some degree, and that's gonna be pretty hard for them to reconcile, I believe. So that's their line. Howard, we flirted with people on our floor at the dorm. That's pretty much all that happened on that one. Larry dared us to go flirt, and we did not do well. I am not a great flirt, and because of that, Howard was not a great flirt. So we failed that bet, and instead of flirting, the person we tried to flirt with gave us a lesson in how to flirt, which was embarrassing. And then for Eli, we did a whole bunch of science experiments on the artifact and changing its properties and whatever. So that was kind of cool. But I'm not really sure where that leaves us now. So let's jump in. We're gonna continue. We're on Act 3. I believe we're starting with Clarissa. Yes, based on the cigarette in the corner. Clarissa Bloodworth, the Industrial District, age 24. Ooh, we were 17 in the last one. So time is certainly moving. Which is funny because her time is jumping in like years. Howard only jumped 1 year. I'm pretty sure Renee jumped days, and Eli jumped days. So I know there are vignettes, but they seem to be in not at the same time. Alright, let's begin. We're here. Good. Let's not waste any more time. We have to do a bit of walking. Down the path there. Over the dam. Alright, lead on. There really is nothing nice out there, Clarissa. Please, stay by the car. I'll be back in no time. You already agreed we're doing this together. It's just routine. It won't be interesting. It won't take long, and it certainly won't be pretty. I don't care about pretty. We're taking care of family business, and this family includes me. End of discussion. There are more savory parts of the business you can take part of, Clarissa. I already came this far. It'd be ridiculous to stay back and wait now. Oh, Carla allowed Clements to take you along. Look, I barely convinced your father that it was alright for you to come along, but it doesn't mean he approves. Like it or not, Clarissa, you're on a very short leash. My father needs to see that I'm capable. That's why I'm here. Carlo is old-fashioned. You know that. Having a capable daughter isn't exactly one of his aspirations. It will be, once he sees what I can do for the family. At least you're not lacking in confidence. Now, there's no way I can convince you to stay back? No. Let's go. Alright. I suppose I probably shouldn't stop to investigate every little thing. So much concrete, so little life. Oh, we're in heels. Hopefully we don't have to run. Empty bottles of whiskey and stale dried plastic. It's been here so long it doesn't even smell anymore. So we usually refer to these things as, well, cleanup or sweep. Of course, back in the day we called it a touch-up. Changing terms is good though. Really confusing for old heads like mine, but you make do. So the terminology changed for the work remained the same? That's about right, yes. Of course, some things always change. They get more difficult. Experience counts for a lot nowadays. So what is it exactly that needs doing? You know what it is, Clarissa. Surely you do. You're a clever girl. Maybe I do, but I'd like to hear it from you, so I don't make any assumptions. Well, sometimes deals go sour, or someone needs taken care of. There are rules, and when those rules are broken, well, they need to be enforced. So it's killing. No, it's not just enforcement. Some things get out of hand. Some things can't be explained away. The touch-up is, well, making sure those mistakes remain unknown. To the public, anyway. Don't be so vague. Tell me exactly what it is. It is what it sounds like. Someone made a mess, and we're here to clear it up. So we're here to clean up someone else's mess. Something like that, yes. So what do we know about this particular mistake? Not much. Got word from one of the other couples. Told me it was cleared with her father. All I got was a location and, well, that's usually enough for me. That can't be everything. There's something you're not telling me. Believe me, Clarissa, it's usually better to not know what happened. That's it? No questions asked? I do my job. That really is all there is to it. You're setting yourself up to be taken advantage of. What do you mean, Clarissa? If my father cleared the order, why wouldn't he tell you himself? Clemens thinks your concern is unfounded. Because your father is a busy man. Not everything has to pass through him. Come on now, we still got a long way to go. Let's keep moving. I just like how well I am at convincing people of things in this game. Looks like it leads out to a bunch of apartments. Can't imagine this ever being a nice place to live, though. The seats are stained, some type of stale black liquid. Wonder if it was always that color. Oh wait, there's another thing here. Still in decent shape. Good to know that after we're all dead and gone, plastic and rubber will live forever. Oh, we're going up. And I have golden stuck in my head. You've never been out this far, have you? No, I know you have though. Me and the other couples use this place for all sorts of things. Deals, arguments, meetings, and disposal. Disposal? Yes. We're talking about dumping bodies, aren't we? Yes. Right. You said something about arguments, too? There's always going to be arguments. Earners, couples, crew. Happens to the best of us. Usually it's resolved. Easily. But sometimes it takes a little bit of more finesse. Or, well, finality. What does that mean? Which means what, Uncle? It means that sometimes we drive back to the city with an empty seat in the car. Been more rides like that lately than I'd care to admit. Didn't used to be like that. So what changed? Well, your father insisted we get into some new venues. The money is good, but it's a lot of trouble. Venues such as drugs? Yes, that's right. And it's been affecting our own people. The younger, newer crew, well, if it's not a problem yet, it'll be one soon. They start acting out, getting brave. Wouldn't be surprised if those kids were to start coming here on their own accord, settling their own deals. Makes sense. This is an isolated, safe spot. It's a useful meeting place. I suppose so. This is about as ugly as our business gets. So I'm glad to see you're not. Well, I'm glad that you've got a stomach. Just don't get too used to it. Even I try not to. I used to be a cleaner back in the day. You mentioned Dad brought on a lot of new people. Do you trust them? Sure, we keep them in line as well as we can. Trust is a spectrum, Clarissa, and we only trust with as much as they can handle. It's not like the old days, but it's what the world is nowadays. Maybe it doesn't have to be like that. What do you mean? Ooh, get an ambitious thing. This all started with my father's leadership. A rotten kingdom is only as rotten as its ruler. Maybe there's hope in line of succession.
What?
You think you'd do things differently? You and me both, Uncle. People who care about the old days.
Hey.
You made Clemens believe things can change. Excellent. That does sound nice. But before you go on changing the world, kid, how about we get up to the top of this dam? The view's real nice. Come on. He wasn't wrong about it being a lot of walking, huh? Oh, there's an eye icon. Rusted shut. Makes you wonder how structurally sound this place is. Told you, didn't I? You can see real far from here. The city seems so distant, so minuscule. Perspective. I suppose it's one of the few good things about coming up here, eh? Can't get much further out than this. You're right. It is nice. Good. We'd lose our minds if all we did was imagine what things could be, instead of seeing them for what they are. So enjoy the little things. That's your wisdom. That's what keeps you going. That's what I found, at least. You might be right about that, Uncle. I think I am. I'm glad you see it that way, Clarissa. Maybe your coming out here wasn't so bad after all. Told you, didn't I? Quite right. Come on then, not much further, if my instinct proves correct. Let's take our time. I'd like to enjoy this moment, if only a little longer. Clement seems happy. Well done. Yay, I got a well done. That I can get behind. You're a good cook, Clarissa. You remind me of your grandfather. Take your time. Alright, I'm getting tired. Let's get a move on. So how gruesome do you think this scene's gonna be? Oh, I missed it. You weren't wrong, Uncle. That's one hell of a view. Just a shame it's such a depressing one. Not sure if that's a city in the distance or just more of this. Yes, I wonder how gruesome the scene's gonna be. We're walking a lot. What's that smell? Possibly the body? Or just trash from the pier. Oh. Okay, that's not that gross. Below the pier, soaked in seawater and partially covered in kelp, rests a cocoon of rags. The concealment content betrayed by tufts of fur and skin sticking out between the wrappings. Look closer at the body. A thin, frail hand sticks out on one side. On one end, 2 feet, mangled and twisted, and on the other, you glimpse a young face. Look at the face. What little you see of the eyes are glazed over and still. The features are delicate, pale, lifeless, and distinctly feminine. This is, or was, a young girl. Look at the feet. The color of the fur has faded, but the shape and contortion of the feet seems, even from a distance, unnatural and painful. Examine the body. Even after being subjected to the elements and tossed around, it's clear to see that this body has been wrapped with little care. Loose ends washed up against the rocks made it clear that only a select few of the wrappings hold the body in place, around shoulders, arms, and waist. Look away. She's what, Uncle? Go on, tell me. Just a kid. Just a little girl. What happened here? We're going back to the car. Now. Yeah, something's wrong here. But none of these seem to ask him what's wrong. I don't know what Listen to Me is going to say. I feel like Listen to Me is going to lead me down a track that I don't know how to handle. Not handle, but like, I don't know what the right words would be. I don't want to just agree. But saying what now you don't have to do something for it just seems rude. So let's go with Listen to Me. The car, Clarissa, now. Oh my god, are you going to make me walk all the way back? Oh, okay, it's the same thing. Careful how you sit, Clarissa. This damn it is opening. He seemed surprised that it was a child. But again, he didn't ask any questions about what we were going up against, right? That's what he normally does, he said. She couldn't have been older than 15, 16. Maybe Frankie knows. It's a bit shorter to get back to the car. About all our talking. Shepard, it wasn't always like this. Need to find a spot for her. Somewhere. Oh no. They look like warnings. The writing has long since faded. Stay by the car. You need my help, Uncle. Face it. Clarissa, stay by the car. No, this is exactly what I mean. It doesn't have to be like this. You made Clemens consider that something needs to change. It shouldn't have gone like this. You shouldn't have seen that. I told you that it wasn't going to be pretty. I shouldn't have brought you here. Who cares what I see or don't see? What happened to that girl? That's what matters. Clarissa, just... Please, just listen to me. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I might have a plan. Alright, I'm listening. Oh, yikes. The third option is a lot. Let's see. I'm going to confront my father about this. Set things straight. You tell Clemens you'll speak up to your father. Good. It might be long overdue. Do you think he'll listen? I'll make him listen. I hope so. You have my support, if nothing else. Now I need to take care of that body. Get it over with. Not alone. I'm coming with you. I see. Alright, there's some rope and tools in the trunk. Go grab them. No need to drag this out. Alright, well, he's letting us help, so that's good. Let's see. You swore you would speak up and change the way of the Ludworth family. Clemens understood your perspective, but remained uncertain about what could be done about it. Yeah, I'm not very good at convincing people of things, am I? Jesus. Alright. Who's next? Howard? Yep. 3rd year. Gastown. Oh, we're at the dorm this time. And it sounds like Christmas. What is this effigy burning? Howie, it's cold. I told you to just warm, man. And I did, and I'm still cold. We'll head back to the dorm in a minute, man. Don't worry. And what exactly were we doing before that again? Taking pictures. Alright, for your final project. Well, let's try to do this as fast as possible. I got a lead on a place in Yaletown that could be perfect for us. I figured we could swing by on our way back. Ooh, let's do investigative. There it is, the ulterior motive. It's not an ulterior motive if it's for both of us. I just want to help you finish this project so you'll stop putting off our hunt for an apartment. We need to settle on something fast before all the good ones get taken. I'm not putting it off. Dude, every time I try to show you a place, you find some lame excuse why it's not good enough. I mean, I want a nice place too, but we gotta find something. I'm not making excuses. I'm excited as you are, man. Then act like it, man. Look, I can see it's stressing you out, and I don't want that to get in the way of your work. Why don't we just table this for now and deal with it after you've taken your shots? Yeah, sorry. Sometimes it gets me nervous. Let's get to work. So, this final project of yours, where do we start? Right here. Point to the clock. Grandfather's theme? Sure. That's it, though? Just one snap and we're done? No, I think we need more than that. Some surrounding shots to build the mood. Show off Gastown for what it really is. What'd you have in mind? Plenty of characters here. Stories they can tell. Would make for great pictures. That's settled. Then, where do you want to start? Let's start with Grandfather's theme, the clock. Yeah, in that case, it looks like we might have a problem. Did you get a good look at the clock yet? I noticed. Looks like one of its hands is missing. Weird. Think it fell off? By itself? No chance. Something or someone must have broken it off. You think? What a weird thing to steal. What now then? Let's investigate. I guess so. Ready to go? Ready. Alright, so that's Larry in the background. The face of Grandfather's scene seemed strangely barren and empty without its second hand, but nonetheless ticks along. Someone has to. You peered up at the four faces of the mounted timepiece, studying it carefully. Oh, wait, I see something. Whoever sold the hand had a number of accomplices. Although the snow on the top has melted, the small ledges and protrusions of the clock still cling on to small droves of snow, except that snow looks it has been disturbed, as if slashed and flailed at. I see. Examine the area around the clock. You shuffle around the steam clock for a moment, but fail to discern anything of value. The theft was recent. The fact that it hasn't caused more commotion yet proves that much, but evidently long enough ago for any tracks of snow to be stomped down. Bummer. Alright, so we're going to be looking for a clock hand. Huh. Pretty sure Faye just got a statue of her in the dorm. Cafe? Nice. I'm a messy king, too. Can I talk to these guys? Vocal. Hello there, young man. I see you're not wearing a mask. It's winter solstice today, don't you know? I'm aware. That's why I'm out taking pictures. Pictures? On this holy night? What of exactly? Grandfather's theme. Is there some sort of symbolism you're trying to achieve? Pictures of time on the darkest night of the year? Oh yeah, that. So you've come to warm yourself by the fire. It's kind of nice, actually. This is the flame of the shepherd, my boy. The start and the end of all things. We are made by fire, and we die in flame. This warmth is what sustains us, the love of the shepherd. Say nothing and warm your hands by the fire. You see, many seek out the comfort of the shepherd without wanting to devote themselves to him. They think it's comfort given to them, but no, it has to be earned. Earned how, exactly? Like I said, by devotion, by living a virtuous life, following the tenets of the scripture, and by singing his praises. I'll be honest with you, Gramps, I don't really know the scripture. Then read it, boy. Ignorance is no excuse for indolence. Oh, do we want to be rude? We could be rude with our investigating. Sure, and eloquence is no substitute for wisdom. Perhaps I judged you a little harshly, son. You may be clever, but intelligence is a virtue only when it is put to good use. Are you putting it to good use? That depends. I'd like to ask you some things. Any idea what happened to the clock? I've been busy tending to the fire and the lost souls that gather around it. What of the clock? It's missing a hand. Did you see anyone fiddling around with it? Vocal claims he didn't see anything. Winter solstice is a very sacred night, boy. I take this duty seriously. I keep an eye on it now, if you think whoever did it will be back. We can't have vandalism in this neighborhood. Sure. Thanks. Mind if we keep this conversation going? I'm really enjoying myself, if you couldn't tell. Mind if I take a picture of you? A picture of me? Of the fire? Dare I ask why? The lighting is really good. I just think it'd make for a swell shot. A swell shot. The solstice campfires are an important part of faith, boy. If you're taking a picture, you need to ensure you capture the gravitas of the situation. Don't worry, I'll ensure to frame the fire as a central piece of the picture, with you tending to it as a devout follower. How sharply observed of you, boy. Perhaps I did judge you too harshly. Nod piously. Alright, you've convinced me. Take your picture. Oh no, it's gonna make me frame it? Okay, mouse. Do I want to center it? Can I zoom? That's as much as I can zoom it. I want the flame in the center, he said, right? Oh god, why are you making me do this? I'm not a photography major. Oh, high resolution screenshot. What? Don't do that. All done? I confess I'm not too familiar with the art of photography. Don't worry, I'm very talented. Very well. Come by the church up the road when you have it developed. I should like to see it. I should think you do. See ya. Oh, no one else in this direction. Okay. Mass. Get your mass. Oh, this is the shepherd that's on fire. If I was a god, I think I'd try to look less creepy. Oh, winter solstice masks right here. Cheap, no refunds. One and all, get your mask here. Just 2 loons apiece. Masks to wear for the night. Right here. No better mask in Gastown. Why are they animal masks if we are animals? Come get your mask. They look so real you wouldn't know that I was wearing one. Or am I? Yeah, they're animal masks, but we are animals. Is this someone buried in snow? Yeah. Man covered in snow. Are you okay? So let's ask him if he needs help. Do you need some help? Help? With what? Dude, you're covered in snow. Ah, yes. Well, that's just a necessary sacrifice I'm willing to make while testing out still a theory of mine. What's the theory? I'm trying to determine if it's possible for one to establish a non-transactional relationship with geezers. Non-transactional? Well, you see, every day for the past 2 years, I've been coming out here to feed the local geezers. I felt like we had established a rapport, a trust. But the other day, I forgot to bring my trusty seed bag, and they looked at me like a common stranger. It's then that I realized that maybe I've just been a middleman to them all along, a bag bearer. Maybe they think you and the bag are one and the same. Without it, maybe they didn't recognize you. An interesting hypothesis, and one not too far from my own. That's why I've hidden the bag, you see, and I'm staying as still as physically possible. And why exactly are you staying still? Well, I've seen plenty of geezers establish bonds with inanimate objects when there's nothing for them to gain. Statues, bite racks, fire hydrants. So I'm trying to discover if it's possible to develop a similar bond. What are you hoping to get out of that, exactly? I certainly don't expect to be writing any important papers on it, if that's what you're asking. It's interesting enough in its own right to think about geezers and their perception of the world, don't you think? Sitting here, motionless and observant, is a pleasant enough deviation from my normal routine. Oh, I don't want to ask either of these. I don't want to say it's weird, or I don't want to say normal routine as a job. Let's say it's weird. Perhaps it is, but occupies the time, same as our conversation is now. How come the curiosity? Let me guess. A student? Nailed it. And you're here for an assignment, I'm guessing. Either photography or, some sort of creative writing. Yeah, I'm a photography major. Ah, a Thaddeus Rocker. I taught a few buildings down from yours, you see. The Chauncey Billingsley Department of Physics. I'm guessing Chauncey was an odd one himself, but he was long before even my time. I digress, though. Is there something you need? I was wondering if I can ask you some questions. Alright then, what can I do you for? Any idea what happened to that clock? Oh yes, it's missing a hand, isn't it? Any idea who did it? I'm afraid if I tell you, it might undo the work I've put in here today. All I can say is that it's less a matter of who, and more of a matter of what. Was it the geezers? The man covered in snow suspects the geezers. Possibly, but please don't tell them I told you. I saw them lingering near it, but I can't say for certain. Understood. Anything else I can help you with? Yeah, actually, there's one thing. Mind if I take a picture of you? A picture of me? Why? Why not? Well, it stands to reason that you would have, well, a reason. In which case, I'd like to know that reason. Isn't an act of photography enough of a reason? The act? How do you mean, boy? You piqued my interest. I don't know. Art is expression, and as such, needs no reason. I don't need a reason to smile either, do I? Ha! Never thought of it like that before. I suppose that's why I've never lectured in the arts, eh? Very interesting, my boy, and I won't argue. Shoot away. Take a picture. Should I get all the birds? I want him centered, but I want this bird. Why is it saving screenshots to my computer? All done? Think it will come out alright? I didn't move, did I? Stellar. Thanks, man. Fair enough. Anyway, I'm off. Later, snowman. Alright, so one man saw nothing and the other one thinks it was the geezers. Sean, where's the carrot? We're almost done. Don't matter. Some copper's gonna take it all down before tomorrow morning anyway. No way, we built it too sturdy for that. They need like big shovels and hammers to knock this one over. Yeah, ain't no way they're knocking this one down. Psh, then it'll just melt. Point is, it won't be here tomorrow. A month before it's done anyway at this pace, Sean. Get the dang carrot. Why would a cop knock down a snowman? I wonder what it would be like to stay at a hotel. Bet the bed sheets smell nice. Can I not talk to these kids? Got thrown out last time I tried to take pictures in here. Guess I really don't want anyone taking pictures of their clientele. Wonder why. The goddess isn't real, is she? Of course she is. She's as real as they come. Nuh-uh. Shut up, Paul. You're just trying to rile us up. No, I'm not. Goddess is as real as you and me, and she loves sneaking up on little children, creeping into their bedrooms at night and biting their toes off. Eek! I said shut up, Paul. Even if she was real, she'd only be coming for mean boys like you. That's what Mom said. Alright, so at the end of that conversation, looks like they're watching a puppet show, but now I can't see it because the text is in the way. Oh, there it goes. Oh, the goddess and the shepherd. Alright, well, I can't ask any of these people what's going on. Pricey. You can buy an apartment for less than what this place would charge you to furnish it. Hey. What do you want? Dope threads. What? Cool. I wanted to ask you something.
Yo.
Uh-huh. About the clock over there. This shitty steam thing, what about it? A hand's missing. Any idea who did it? Andrina claimed she didn't see anything. How am I supposed to know? I'm not some old biddy staring out my window trying to keep track of the neighborhood. I drink and smoke and screw. Okay. Sounds pretty tight. Sounds pretty tight. Dude, stop. You're really embarrassing yourself. If you can't handle my vibes, just say so. Not for a reason you think I can't, you fucking dork. Yeah, cool. Are you done asking weird questions now? I want to ask you something else.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. Can I take a picture of you guys? I knew you were a creep. Called the second you walked by with that hophead. What? It's for my photography class. I'm a student at Thaddeus Rock. So what, you just pay someone to teach you how to use a camera? What are you, too dumb to read a fucking manual? Nope, too lazy.
Hey.
Well, at least you're honest. Tell you what, you hook us up with some smokes, we'll take whatever creep photo you want. Deal? Where am I supposed to get smokes? You're a big boy. Figure it out. Anything else? Nah, I'm out. Alright, well I haven't been able to enter a shop anywhere. So far, at least. Uncle Lewis? That's a lot of booze. Somehow I doubt they've got a student discount on beer, though. Poochie's Reads. Looks like they've got all sorts of knickknacks besides books, too. Oh, Leona, please don't pout. Maybe Mama will be able to buy you a toy next solstice. Or the one after. Now, let's head home. It's a long way back to the West End. Excuse me? Are you eavesdropping on us? No, I'm just minding my own business. No, you weren't. You came over here as if you saw something and just started hovering around like some ghoul. I suppose you could find anything amusing about a struggling mother who can't afford to buy a simple toy for her baby girl. These aren't simple toys. They're wildly overpriced. Probably because this is the wealthiest area of town. Oh, I suppose you think my daughter and I shouldn't even step foot outside our little hovel on the West End. Can't have us poors upsetting the Gastown gentry for tattered rags, can we? I'm sorry if I made you feel unwelcome. You think words are gonna make up for this? Words are cheap. Words are nothing. If you really want to make it up for us, go in there and get my daughter a nice proper toy, and don't forget the receipt. I can't afford that. I'm just a student, and a poor one at that. A student, I suppose I should have guessed from the clothes. I still want to help. I don't see how you could, unless you want to hand over that camera. Sorry, I need it for my art. Art? Art? You must be loaded if you're studying something that dumb. I bet you can buy my baby a toy if you wanted to. Sorry, I'm beyond broke. Student loan broke. Ugh. Never mind, just leave us alone if you're not going to help. Wait, I want to ask you a few questions. About the clock over there. The ridiculous clock? What about it? A hand's missing. Any idea who did it? May suspects the geezers for messing up the clock. Okay. I saw a bunch of those geezers near it earlier today. They were all stacked up on top of each other. Too bad you weren't here for camera. It was quite a sight. What geezers? Down the street by all the shops. Keep shoving their faces in the gutter, looking for food. Got it. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. No, don't sneeze. Okay. We want to take a picture of them? I think she'd be very upset if we asked her to take a picture. Let's ask her. A picture? How much are you going to pay us? Nothing. It's just for a class assignment. I'm not about to let my daughter be exploited. I'm going to need some kind of offering to make it worth her while. I don't have anything. You know what I want? A nice toy for my little girl. The fancier the better. You get that, then you'll get your picture. But hurry up, the last bus back to Granville's in a couple hours, and Leona hates to walk. Granville? Wait, didn't you say you lived on the West End? Fuck. No, wait, we have to stop at Granville because, look, I don't have the answer to you. Is anything you've said true? Shut up, shut up. Winter solstice is one of our biggest days of the year, and I'm not going to have some art school brat ruin that for us. I think this art school brat is going to ruin it for you. Alright, fine. What do you want, a fucking picture? Fine, take your fucking picture. Alright, mouse. I don't know how to make these any more artsy. Other than just like cropping it closer or centering them. Oh, sorry. There. Now if you wind up selling that, I expect a 3-way split. Little late for negotiations, isn't it? Cheapskate. So we're done here or what? Yeah, see ya. Ah, geezers. Help. Observe the geezers to identify their leader. The geezers seem mostly to regard each other as equals, bumping, honking, and shoving against each other whenever deemed appropriate to do so. Surely they have a leader, though. Continuous observation reveals what appears to be some notion of gerontocratic rule. The eldest of the geezers, a large graying one, appears to be treated with more respect than the others. All geezers are equal, it seems, but some more than others. I'll bear that in mind. Might be useful information. The geezers regard you with suspicion, but soon return to their scheduled gutter picking. Ahem, I wanted to ask you geezers something. The geezers don't talk, right? Because they're wild animals, not like anthropomorphic animals. This big one on the left looks like it's gonna charge at me. It's like ready to go. You guys know anything about that clock over there? Jigs up, fellas. I know you tore the hand from the old grandfather's theme. What's that you're sitting around there? What's that you're sitting around on there? Would you look at that? A steam clock hand. I'll be taking that if you don't mind. Ah, we found the missing hand. Now don't let it happen again, alright? I got my eyes on you. Cool, we found the hand. I didn't think talking to the geezers were going to get us anywhere, but I'm glad it did. Best shapes in Gastown. The mannequins in there are better dressed than I am. Is this the end? Alright, let's get a picture of Lincoln. I saw you found that missing hand. Good work, kid. What can I say? I have a way with people. You really do. You ever think about being a detective or something? Probably pays better than the arty stuff. Fat chance. I'm no sellout. You say that now. But I have on good information that you are a detective in the future. Why does that geezer have a mask on its butt? So we put the hand back on, and then we just, Oh, we never found smokes. Repair the clock. What? What am I doing? Once the hand is clicked into place, it pauses briefly, before once more picking up the pace and ensuring the passage of time continues unfeathered. Good to have you back, Papa. Why did that not click? There it is, all fixed up, all ready to tell the time. We did it, man. What a weird thing to spend an evening on. All that matters is that we got to hang out, Larry. We spend every evening together, man. Usually, anyway. You gonna take a picture of that clock, or what? Let's take a picture to get us out of the cold. I wish I can get both the goddess and the shepherd in the thing. If I do this, we get a little bit of both of them, but then grandfather clock isn't centered. Nothing is centered the way I want it to be. Sure. Hopefully these don't actually count towards a grade or something. Well, what do you think? Was it worth it? Of course, man. It's gonna be great. I better be. We worked too hard on it not to be. You sure you got a good one? Perfect. So, did you take all the shots you wanted? Are we done here? Yeah, looks like that was the last one. Oh shit, really? I guess we're done then. Look at us, man. Crime-solving duo Howard and Larry. I mean, to be fair, I just kind of floated around. Tried not to get cold. You did the heavy lifting. Covenant wasn't who I thought it'd be.
Okay. So.
I mean, geezers will geese, I guess. I doubt this was an evil plan they had to strike at the powers that be. I'm not so sure. Those guys are more clever than they let on. That's possible. I just don't think they're clever enough to organize something like that. If they were, I reckon they'd want to steal something tastier. Anyway, you ready to head home? It's given me the option to talk to him twice now, and I wonder what that's about. Let's do it. Wait, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Hey.
Yeah? What's up? More serious about dating? University's over soon. I guess I'm not 100% on what the plan is. What do we do once this is all over, man? Are they dating? Did they kiss? Is that an option? University's over soon. I guess I'm not 100% on what the plan is.
Yeah.
Step 1, find an apartment. Step 2, we move in. The steps are all fucking dance, my dude. Why are we discussing this outside in the cold? I'm being serious, man. So am I, man. Why worry? Why not just live in the present? Doesn't that stress you out? Listen, man, I get that you're stressed. I am too. But let me assure you, things are going to be fine, regardless of what happens. We should still talk about it, Larry, even if it sucks. Yeah, it does. But alright, fine. Let's talk about it. Just so we can consider all our options, man. So if push comes to shove, would you be okay with it? Let's go with 1. Yeah, if you find someone else you want to live with, that's fine. Great, even. I'm not going to stand in your way. Why would I? Yeah, but what about you? What about me? I'm moving to the apartment next door. I'll come around every day, hang on your couch. You come hang out on mine, too. That does seem pretty clear. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Alright, okay. That's all I needed to make sure of. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Whatever happens, happens. I'll be around for you, and you'll be around for me, right? Of course, man. Then let's not worry about what will and won't happen. Nothing's gonna break us apart, okay? Howie and Larry forever. That's right. That's right. Feel better? Yeah, I think so. Good. We'll be fine. Now can we get off the street? I swear, it's getting colder and darker by the minute. Hey, I love you, man. I hope you know that. Yeah, I do. Now move, jackass. I'm freezing. Sure, man. Alright. You managed to repair the steam clock even after the gas town geezers had demolished parts of it. Well, I don't know if they demolished parts of it. They just kind of stole the hand, but okay. The people of Gastown were perfect subjects for your final project photos. Excellent. So who's up next, Renee? Yes. 3/3, August 23rd. Renee Wilson. Enjoy it while it lasts, Renee. The calm before the storm. I'll just lay it out, plain and simple. No need to belabor it. He probably already knows. We need to talk is lightning. Whatever follows next is only thunder. Just go in there and state the obvious. Our careers no longer mesh. We're holding each other back. Our values don't align. Let's go where our values don't align. That was always the case, but it was easier when you were writing meaningless fluff. And I can't go back to that. Not now. You always downplayed your ambition in front of Lucas. You used to tell yourself it was to put him at ease, but really it's because that's the only way your relationship works. I can't fight the system while living with one of its soldiers. I was right. She is very ACAB and he does work for the Force. Oh no. At least not for long. Pretty soon soldier will turn on you and the system turns on the soldier. Usually both. Outside the arguments, he's been mostly supportive. Yes, but have you been? Lucas is pretty much a pariah at the station now, and that's after your editor made all those cuts. Can you imagine how much worse things would be had you gotten your way? I can't do this to him again. Then you know what you have to do. If this is really your calling, it's the only way. Okay, enough stalling. Oh no, don't make me play through a breakup. No, I don't want to do that. I mean, I agree that y'all aren't working together, so you probably should break up. Oh, feed the lizard. What a day, Lizzie. There, eat it, baby. Oh, we got an achievement. Make sure the lizard was well fed. Oh boy, I don't want to play through a breakup. Enter greenhouse? Well, the lights are on in this direction. Is he over here? He is. Ugh.
Hey.
Hey. You doing okay? No, not really. Yeah, that figures. Anything I can do? Let's just talk. That's all I want. Okay, sure. Now? Yeah, now. So? How are you doing? I'm fine. You sure? Yeah, that's what I said. How was work? Oh, you know, nothing like being put back in the exciting world of traffic. Tell me about it. I'm covering school talent shows and farming events these days. Yeah. So, you want to talk about something? Alright, we want to use I statements and not blaming statements, right? I'm not happy. I don't think I have been for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Do you know why? Yeah, at least I think so. Will you tell me? I've changed, Lucas, in ways that makes me think we're just incompatible. That sounds like a "it's not you, it's me" kind of line, and I don't think that's great either. But the last one seems very blamey. Oh god, I'm so bad at this. It's just, that seems like a sudden shift, Renee. Is that it? Is that how you spring it on me? I've been thinking and I don't love you anymore? Couldn't we have talked about it? That's what we're doing now. Okay, well, how long have you felt this way? A few months? A while? Since the article. I don't remember the date on the article. Let's just say a while, because that isn't a set time. It's the article, isn't it? The fire? Yes. Yeah, I figured. You can't let it consume you like that. Just let it go, Renee. You know it gets to me too. I don't know how many times I've told you, Lucas. It's important to me. I know it is, but, you know, what about me? I mean, it's not like I go on about all the problems that I have at work. Problems that have tripled since that article came out. I wish it didn't affect you. I truly do. Well, it did. It does. Listen, can we backtrack a little bit? This is a bit too much, all at once. Backtrack? I still don't understand some things. I don't see why this is happening. Why you want to end things just like this. If you got questions, ask them.
Yeah.
I just ask you to be patient, okay? I'm trying to keep up. I promise. Right, so, I guess it feels strange to have it come on this suddenly. We've been together for years, Renee. Did we just throw that away for a few months of change? This is just a symptom of a deeper problem. And the problem is what exactly? We don't communicate. We're trying to right now, aren't we? And how do you think it's going so far? Okay. I'm sorry, Lucas. It's not. What about your parents? Do they know about this? Imagine how they would take it. They're not gonna like it, no. I can't control that. Yes, you can. Stay. We can figure this out. Work it out together. You're not listening to me, Lucas. I don't want that. I'm telling you, Renee, give it some time. Work with me here. Say nothing? How about we sleep on it? No, I've made up my mind. Look, I know we've been distant. That's on me. Lots of work, lots of exhaustion. Maybe all we need is just to, I don't know, rekindle the spark we once had. I don't think that would help either of us, Lucas. Well, you said you were hurting. Maybe it would ease the pain for a bit. At the very least, you know, remind you of the good times. The only thing I need is time. Time away from things. Time to change. You don't need time away. You need time with me. Time away from me is what got you here. The less we talked, the less we did stuff together, the further away you got. Sounds like you've been unhappy too then. Have you stopped to consider that? At times, sure, but that's just relationships. That's what they're like, right? They don't have to be, Lucas. You don't have to feel this way. Lucas never thought about it that way before. That's why I have to leave. Lucas still thinks there's hope for the two of you. Listen, I see where you're coming from. I don't think it needs to be as final as you're making it. Wait for him to continue? Well, you know, there's counseling for this sort of thing. Therapy. No. Please, Renee, consider it. I'm sorry, Lucas. It's over. That's it? For good? Yes, for good. Yeah. And we're gonna let him be. Get up and leave? Aww. Oh, that's the bathroom. That's not how we leave. Do I have to pack my stuff? Oh. Let's see. Lucas understood your point of view, but didn't share it. He still thinks your relationship could have been fixed. You let Lucas be after your breakup. I feel like comforting him would have been awkward, and also like we need time to ourselves, right? Because we're also upset about it. And I feel like comforting him would have just given him false hope that we'd get back together. Oh, yikes. That was rough. That was rough. I don't like breakups. Eli, the dig site, August 22nd. What are we burning? Radio says they're on their way. It should be less than 12 hours now. Who is this thing? No idea, but if they're going to be bringing something back from the outside the wall, it's probably still on its top, or above it. We're on high level and they sent us. Yes, but nobody said we're coming back. Well, obviously they're gonna bring us back too. Easy, Eli. All they said is that they'd be collecting the artifact. No word about what they're doing with us. What else are they going to do? Without the artifact, our work here is done. We're going to be on a whole new level once we come back. We'll never have to worry about funding again. I suppose. As soon as we get back, let's go to dinner. Somewhere fancy. My treat. Why is Jorge not sharing our excitement? He seems very concerned about something. Can't wait to sleep in a proper bed with pillows, a duvet. Uh-huh. Is something wrong? Do you follow the scripture, Eli? No, but I appreciate the value it brings to others, even if I don't understand it. That's very refreshing to hear, Eli. Most of our colleagues in Science City aren't as open-minded about the shepherd's teachings. Are you familiar with the story of the sighted skeptic? Can't say that I have. What's it about? Years ago, long before the creation of the wall, the shepherd would scour the wasteland, guiding lost followers through the mountains towards the promised land. The path was treacherous, and the elevation so high that each follower would inevitably become blinded by the sun, forcing them to rely entirely on his voice for guidance. Nod. Once they reached the city, the shepherd promised to guide them towards the ocean, where their sight would be restored by the healing waters of the Great Blue. Nice. Oh, I meant to nod. One year, a follower named Micah was so afraid of losing his sight, even temporarily, that he covered his eyes with bandages in advance to protect him from the sun's rays. Okay. Once the flock descended from the highest point of the mountain, Micah began to remove his bandages. Finally able to see, Micah became acutely aware of all the dangers that surrounded them. He started screaming words of warnings to his fellow travelers, causing them to doubt the shepherd's calm directives, leading some of them to misstep and tumble down the mountain towards their deaths. Yikes. Shake head sadly. The chaos caused Micah's warnings to become even louder, even more hysterical. Even more of followers began to lose their footing and began to fall. Desperate to stop this carnage, the shepherd marched towards Micah and struck him with his staff until he fell unconscious. With Micah silenced, the followers were soon able to continue along the path, following the shepherd's calm and trusted voice towards the city, where their sights were soon restored and the rest of their days were spent in health and prosperity. What happened to Micah? It's believed that Michael remains at the top of that mountain to this very day, where he screams into the void, too paralyzed by fear to move forward. So let me guess, I'm supposed to be Micah? Not you. Us. The minute we went outside the wall, we became a threat to the rest of the flock because of what we've seen. How do you figure? How many people can you name who have returned to the city after leaving it? None by name. I've heard rumors, though. Only rumors. And all my time working in Science City, I've heard of at least a dozen expeditions similar to ours. None of them have returned. Do you know why? Because they weren't as trained as us. We braved the elements. Did we? Because outside of that one incident with the artifact, this expedition has been fairly routine. No real threats, no big dangers, just the hot, hot sun and our clashing personalities. So, if it's not the elements killing these teens, what is it? HQ. That's what I'm thinking. This is supposed to be a suicide mission. Everything we've been told about the world beyond the wall says that, and yet HQ is completely unfazed by the fact that we've been out here 6 months. They've even given us enough provisions to last a year. It doesn't add up. What reason would they have to eliminate us? We don't know anything. This is just a theory, but here's what I'm thinking. Back in the city, we're penned in, cornered, easy to control. The apes own all the land, so we have to do whatever they want us, just to borrow a sliver for our families to sleep in. Scarcity is key, Eli. If people knew there was a world outside the city, a safe, dusty, perfectly normal world with space enough for all of us, the entire system would collapse. So what, this is all about control? Real estate? In a way, if you can leave the city and start your own thing, wouldn't you? The city, all there is. Let me ask you something, Eli. Why do you suppose you were assigned to this detail? Probably because I don't have a family yet, no attachments, and no one to ask questions. My parents would ask questions. You need to stop deluding yourself, Eli. No team has ever come back from behind the wall. We're on a suicide mission. For an outsider like me, this was always going to be the retirement plan. That's just how Science City works. But you're still young, connected. You must have upset some really powerful people to get assigned a detail like this. So what happened? Well, I didn't think they found out, but I may have helped leak the formula of a life-saving medication to our competitors to drive prices down. You're the reason Pylanta went generic? That's amazing, Eli. And here I was, thinking you were just some stuck-up failson. But it turns out you were a hero this whole time. It needed to be done. People were dying. Well, either way, it proves my theory. We're both beyond expendable in the eyes of HQ. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't kill you already. So what about you? What did you do to land this assignment? I got old, Eli. Not as glamorous a reason as yours. With my retirement coming up, and I suppose the number crunchers realized a detail like this would save them on pension. Wouldn't be the first, and definitely not the last. Good old HQ, always looking after the bottom line. So, it looks like we've got 12 hours left together. How do you want to spend it? Let's find a way out of this. Heh, I was hoping you'd say that. So what's the plan? How do we fight this? What if we make the artifact really agitated? That way they'd be afraid of being left alone with it. You decided to try convincing the visitor that the artifact was too dangerous. Yeah, that might work. Then they need us to come back with them to keep it under control. Could buy us some time and maybe a bit of clout. We'll have to be convincing, though. I'm sure we can figure it out. Alright, now, they'll probably go through the entire site to make sure we're telling the truth, so you need to make sure everything on site sells the idea that the artifact is dangerous. How do we do that? You need to make sure our journals, research materials, and the artifact line up with the expertise we're trying to sell. Any contradiction to our story could kill us. Gotcha. Alright, go get everything in order. I'll be here keeping the fire going if you need me. Will do. Thanks, Jorge. Oh my god, so I have to actually, like, destroy stuff? Oh. Oh, okay. Journals. These are your personal thoughts in the last 6 months. Every peaceful moment in the tent captured here. Every last doubt and worry put down into words. Read them. First entry that catches your eye is the one you made the morning of the discovery. It describes your concerns and excitements about the future of your work. Seems so long ago now. The next entry of note that you find is far more colorful, written in the morning before you began experimenting on the artifact. A paragraph of the entry seems almost thankful to HQ. The wastes were clearly as hostile and lifeless as you were told they'd be. Keep reading. The next part of the same entry specifies which one of you were driving force behind the experiments. Jorge. Keep reading. What follows your thoughts on HQ? Nothing too critical, and some of it even positive. The next pages are blank. There's room for a few more entries, or at the very least, one for tomorrow morning. Wait, but I didn't change anything. Review them again. Keep reading. Read it. The wastes were clearly as hostile and lifeless as you were told they'd be. I mean, that doesn't mean that's what we want to leave there, right? Hold on. How will... I mean, I guess tear out the page? No. I don't know. The next part of the same entry specifies one other. It's just rip the page out. That way it doesn't blame either of us. You decided to destroy a section of the journals. You carefully tear out the page, taking care to leave as little trace of it as possible. You cover it up fairly well. Keep reading. Close journal. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. And you have to mess up the artifact, right? Even after some time, and after all your experiments, you still aren't used to it. To think that so much of your life centered around this strange, ooze-like thing, something within you shudders, the discomfort is unavoidable. Take a closer look. You catch glances at the creature inside the pond as it sways lightly to the side, as if watching you. Increase the pressure inside the pond, agitating it. Twisting the valve, the creature does the same. It folds over itself, solidifying. Thin, black pseudopods lash out at the glass. It's certainly agitated now. The research rests heavy on the makeshift workbench. It's almost monolithic in size and importance, and you hesitate for a moment before opening the ledger. The spine lets out a satisfying crack. Read your entries. Starting the day you set out on this expedition, the ledger has been regularly updated with notes and results of your work at the dig site. The entries themselves are granular in detail, amounting to a read that isn't particularly interesting for the uninitiated. Towards the very end, however, mentions of the artifacts start appearing. One entry in particular catches your attention, being 10 times longer than most of the others. You wrote this on the first day of your experiments. Your conclusion was that the artifact was too dangerous to bring near civilization and that it should be kept at a safe distance. The rest of the entry specifies how such containment could be achieved and mentions a small team of scientists being released outside the walls, led of course by you and Jorge. I mean, that seems to work in our favor, right? See if there's anything else of note. Nothing else catches your eye. If anything, the collected information ledger could be an incredibly handy guide for any future excavations of this type. After all, the two of you have made every mistake conceivable, as well as learned how to correct them. Alright, I guess. I feel like we're not doing enough to live. Oh, it is dark. Oh, but it's so dark, I can't see anything. Odd, even after discovering the century, I still wish we had more to show for. Nope, still hate coming down here. Whatever was in here since last has since long rotted and deteriorated. Shame. Are we done? Agitating the thing, changing who said. I feel like they haven't done enough, but I don't know what else to change. Oh boy, I am stressed. This chapter stresses me out. The other chapters, I'm not so worried about. I think everything's ready. You sure? No. But I guess. Good. Then it's just a matter of time. Go get some rest. We'll need to be at our sharpest when the visitor arrives. Will do. Good night, Eli. Good night, Jorge. Yeah, like, I'm not worried about Clarissa or Renee or Howard, but this stresses me out. Oh, we got sometimes honesty is the best line of defense. And finish Act 3. Alright. You and Jorge agreed that the artifact should be contained in a secluded location studied by a small team of experts in order to minimize risk. Oh, that was last time. You and Jorge decided to tell the visitor that nothing conclusive had been found and that further research far from the city would be required. It looks like we only have 3 more choices left. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yikes. And that should be the end, right? Because this is the beginning of Act 4. Yes. Alright, we're gonna end it here. Come on, let me hit escape. There we go. Oh boy. So that's the end of that. I don't know what we're in store for next time. Well, Clarissa's probably gonna talk to her father. Renee's probably moving out on her own. I don't know if Howard and Larry ever actually end up getting their apartment. I don't know how much time it is between this game and the other game. Because we know from the other game that Larry ends up on the streets. Which is unfortunate. I wish we can change that fate for him. But I doubt it. And I don't know what happens to Eli. Eli and Jorge aren't mentioned at all in the other game, as much as the artifact comes up. So I'm worried about their survival also. But that's going to be a future episode problem, right? So if you made it all the way to the end of the episode, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll catch y'all next time in Act 4, Tales, Noir, Preludes. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye!